Okay guys, welcome back to T-Upload TV. I'm the Average Golfer, and behind the camera there we have Joey the Tweet. Today we are up in Lytham St Anne's at St Anne's Old Links Golf Course, just outside Blackpool. You can perhaps just make out in the distance there we've got Blackpool Tower. It's gone a little bit wet, a little bit miserable, so hopefully you can see that. Classic links golf course, hopefully plenty dry enough underfoot. It is wickedly cold, so let's hurry up. No great intro this morning. Let's get going, get warmed up and show you a bit of this golf course. Okay, so we're just on the green on the 4th, and already noticeable is that although the greens visually aren't what they would be in the height of summer, they're a little bit deceptive in terms of the pace, because they're still plenty quick enough, to be honest with you. Now let's just get one rolling there. That's going to be way too hard. That one's past the hole. Yeah, maybe not way too hard, but it's certainly over hit. That's 5 or 6 foot back. I've played in the at St Anne's Old Links in the height of summer, and these greens would be measuring sort of well, very quick on a stimp meter. They're always in very good condition indeed. And middle of January, we've had some horrific weather over the last few weeks. The majority of courses are actually closed. I can't believe I've just told 2 on camera there, missed that bit. And yeah, majority of courses are actually closed, and the greens here are still absolutely superb condition. As you can see from those putts there, a real true roll. Right, okay, stop off on the 6th. It certainly isn't getting any warmer. Interesting, back to back, make sure my gloves don't blow away, otherwise I'll be packing in, I'm frozen stiff. Right, back to back par 5s. This is the 6th. Today, the 5th is stroke index 5, and the prevailing wind would be back into you down 5. Now we're playing 6, which is directly parallel in the opposite direction, but the wind is into us today, so this is going to make it ever more tougher. You can see there's a water feature in front that, unless I have an absolute nightmare, I shouldn't be in there. But what you will see again is this strategic placement of bunkers, and from now until we finish on the 18th, that is what you'll see on pretty much every fairway at St Anne's Old Links. Proper classic links layout, great bunkering, revetted bunkers of the highest quality, and they're well placed to find your ball from the fairway. I think today maybe they might be out of reach, maybe the first 2 are, because but it's a real strong headwind. It's a good drive, especially into that wind, just inside left of the 2 left-hand bunkers, and it's parallel with the first one on the left, to give you an idea on where we've landed. But yeah, great golf hole, great par 5. Let's have a look a bit further on. My gloves are going back on before I lose control of my hands. Right, we just stopped off on the ladies' tee, actually. It's about 138 yards away from the what is the 13th green that you can see behind me. We've just teed off from, I think it plays about 170 from the yellow tees that we've hit off from today. But wasn't going to film, but then I just took a look back at the hole and thought it was an ideal opportunity to stop and show you what is a great par 3. Playing into the wind today, probably 2 clubs longer than what you'd normally choose. I've teed off already and managed to miss the green left with a reasonably decent strike, but great bunkers that we've seen already, plenty of revetted bunkers here at St Anne's Old Links, and we're going to have a look when we get to the green, because from memory there's a big slope from back to front on this one, and no easy 2-putt, even if you do find a putting surface. Right, okay, I hope you can hear me from back there. Just set up a couple of balls backside of this green that I mentioned from the tee box, and what you certainly don't want to do is come long when the pin is at the front. So make sure you get your rangefinder out, make sure you play a club that either lands in the front half or back half of the green, depending on where that flag position is. But we'll show you just how severe the slope is, and what you've got to imagine is this is a putt in the middle of January. So what's that now gone? I've had a practice roll, I'll have another one that's gone sort of 10 foot past. So we'll take a fair bit off this one. Just get it rolling down the hill, that should be a bit closer. Well, it's still making its way past the hole, but more acceptable. But as I say, that's in the middle of January. Imagine that in the middle of the summer when the greens are measuring something like 11 on the stimp meter. They're going to be flying off the green. So yeah, great two-tier green on the 13th. Right, quick stop off on the 14th fairway. It's certainly not getting any warmer. That wind chill factor has certainly made it feel incredibly cold at the moment. Wind again is blowing into us. Seems from a different direction, even from a hole ago. But as you can see, great hole, and why I wanted to stop on the 14th, it's 350 from the yellow tees. Decent drive will bring these kind of bunkers in place, so you probably want something a little bit shorter than that, looking to find about 220 off the tee, and you'll leave yourself with what I've got, which is around the 130 mark into a green. But the interesting thing is, and why I stopped here, is just to show you the amount of bunkers. This again is very similar to a lot of holes you'll see at St Anne's Old Links, absolutely peppered with these pot bunkers. Find them and you're literally making your way out sideways or literally a few yards forward. You certainly won't be reaching the greens. So we're going to hit well, 9-iron, maybe a bit ambitious. It mightn't get there. See if we can keep one low. Certainly not kept it low. A little bit left and it's going for one of those bunkers I spoke about. And it's also more than a club short, so that wind's certainly picking up. But yeah, a lot of bunkers. Staying out of them is not easy at St Anne's Old Links. Right, stop off on what is the 17th. It's, I think, let me just check, I think it's stroke index 4. I thought this was stroke index 1. Actually, stroke index 6. It's a par 5. From the blue tees, it's a monster. It's over 600 yards. We've obviously played it from the yellows. Howling headwind, it's a real tough and long par 5. But you probably see down the right hand side, right the way from tee to green, is the high fence, and over that is a railway line, which means out of bounds. So there's no way you want to be going right off the tee. I've come slightly left, missed the fairway, but happy to be safe. Hit a reasonable drive, to be fair, but we're a long way in the distance to the green. Somewhere back towards the railway lines, I'm afraid, is where it'll be aiming. I'm attempting to hit, well, a 2-iron, so this could all end in tears, but let's see. Well, it's ending in tears. It was a good strike, but I think it's actually, I think that's on the railway line. I hit it too well, Joe. That's not good. We'll take a drop, hit up onto the fairway, and hopefully meet you back up on the green and see how this one plays out. Right, 159 to the flag. My first ball, as I said, did go over onto that railway line, took a drop, and not too far away this time round, to be honest with you. Obviously choosing what is the wrong line. So yeah, what was it, 159 into the flag. I'm carrying today, so I haven't got enough clubs to carry what is correct. So this is going to come up, I'm afraid, a little bit short, I would think. But once again, we'll try and keep one low. It's a decent enough strike. Turned it over a little bit. I don't know if you can pick that up on camera. It's left and it's short. It's certainly tough conditions. I think I said earlier, we started the day, it was 2 degrees. It's got a wind chill factor that takes it up something like, I don't know, minus sort of 3 or 4, I would think, because it's absolutely freezing. Balls aren't travelling too far, and the 17th is an absolute grueler of a par 5. It's got to kick on a bit. That's not enough. This is where we come up short on the approach shot onto 17. So with a drop ball, I think I've got that something for hole out for a 7. Could even be an 8. A lot of work to do still. Right, we had a quick count back there from the last shot. This is for to save a double bogey 7, so a pretty bad golf hole. Let's see if we can save it. It's got to go a bit. No, I'm afraid not. Good pace, but I think we can just about give that one. And it's a triple bogey 8 on the 17th, so that's a good card. Wrecked. Okay, so it's come to a close for us at St Anne's Old Links. We've had a really enjoyable morning in terms of the golf course, in terms of weather. It was blinking freezing. The rain is about to fall as well, so I think we've packed in at an opportune moment. St Anne's Old Links is, as I said at the beginning, is a classic links golf course. It is real top quality. It's a great little golfing area just down the road from the infamous Royal Lytham St Anne's. Open qualifying venue, plenty of work goes on here. You see it throughout the summer months, it's in absolute pristine condition. As far as the winter course, as you've seen from the footage, plenty of dry fairways, damping patches on certain parts of the course, but in the main, again, quick look at my shoes, they're absolutely bone dry again. Certainly recommend it for some winter golf, but perhaps choose a slightly warmer day than we've got today. Anyway, we'll see you next week. We're going to film some extra footage this time round. First time we've done it, man versus golf hole. Joey the Tweet's going to choose the hole. I'm going to play against the stroke index, and we'll see what the result is. So make sure you keep an eye out and watch that video as well. See you next week.